Johan Shaw here again, your friendly local constitutional counselor from California. And this video is addressed to the CSPOA, the Constitutional Sheriffs and Police Officers Association. And you have some important work to do here in the positions you hold in government, and you may be the only ones that can do it. As, for example, in every quote unquote state constitution out there, and oh, by the way, you're going to learn that there are no states remaining, original states, which were admitted into this union. But they almost all state in there the governor has the sworn duty to see the laws are faithfully executed. A major big deal in the U.S. Supreme Court right now. And with their official capacity, I think you have a way to get around that and demand that the governor instruct you properly in the scope of your duties. And this would necessarily include the fact, that the only people that are subject to these administrative tribunals, and that's what they are, executive administrative tribunals, and yet you have black robe bastards in there pretending to be judicial officers. Can you say separation of powers? There's no authority whatsoever, because at least lawful deserved just sanguineous state citizens have the right to trial by jury according to the course of the common law, and habeas corpus secured, if by nothing else, the Northwest Ordinance of 1787. And I believe we all have those rights as well. That's a video for another day. But that said, send me an email, youwinnincourt@gmail.com, and I'll get you more information about a lot of subjects you're going to absolutely love here. But in any case, with official capacity, you may be able to actually file a writ in one of their administrative tribunals called quo warranto. On what authority? Why are you asking me to do this if you know all these statutes are only related to corporations? Why are we evicting people from their homes, foreclosing, subjecting them to quasi-criminal jurisdiction, in traffic cases, child procurement syndicate? I mean, you name it. It has to stop. And with that capacity, you may be able to do that. So that's really good news. So send me an email, youwinnincourt@gmail.com, and I would love to work with you. I'm sure we could work wonderfully together here to get some things done like this. And the bottom line for me is that if you get refused, I think just like the cases I would present, and you may have a bit of a better claim here, you get to the U.S. Supreme Court and the original jurisdiction of that court, we have a great chance for the first time in 150 years to get our case heard on the record. Speaking for me, I haven't done that, but I've gotten the biggest win in the history of the U.S. Supreme Court, albeit unofficially, in a Midwest case. And I can prove it, but I got my friend released from, after 1/3 of the minimum sentence. He got 3 to 15 years for being a meth addict, which is a crime, oh, by the way. So these current justices know what's going on. So send me an email, youwinnincourt@gmail.com. And that said, it just gets better and better, because now with younger Trump appointees on there, conservatives, the court's going to be moving a lot faster, I hope, before the end of the upcoming term, which starts, if you don't know, on October 5th. And I am looking for some really, really good things to happen here. And for investment purposes, by the way, that's because what you're going to learn is you can convict the purpose in your case and everyone else's case of multiple acts of treason to the Constitution. At the moment, that's a really big payday, and we can live with that. But what we really want them to do is stop the way you do business here. You don't have jurisdiction even in your corrupt courts, and you need to knock it off here, unless you're going to take the position that the 14th Amendment repealed, albeit sub silentio, at least Article 1, Section 9 and 10 of the Constitution. And that could not have happened. So send me an email, youwinnincourt@gmail.com. It just gets better and better. And yeah, I wish I had learned this all those decades ago when I was in school. And a better school, by the way, at that time, but then it transgender crap and this, that, and the other. but not in this area and right outside of Washington, D.C. But I've learned since I kind of stumbled onto it, and instinctively I knew, by the way, I wasn't comfortable on the bank at the age of 13 for crying out loud. I didn't know then what I know now. I haven't had anything to do with banks for 40 years, thank you very much. But that said, there's so much good that can be accomplished now in this window. So send me an email, youwinnincourt@gmail.com, and I'll fill you in on what I do and how I do it. And we're going to love all of this. And with your official capacity, you may be in the best position of all as quote unquote elected officials of the state government. And you'll learn more about that too. Send me an email, youwinnincourt@gmail.com. And remember to subscribe, like the video, tell your friends, get the word out. The sooner we start taking action, the quicker we make all this bullshit go away. And that's great for you, your children, and your posterity. Send me an email, youwinnincourt@gmail.com. Subscribe, like the video, tell your friends, get the word out. And the sooner we start taking back our rights, the quicker we get things back in order. And it's great for everybody. Thank you.